Okay, let's do this. Today I'm going to work on the redoing an old model and working on showing how to create a 2D avatar that's not face tracked but responds to your voice. Let's move over here, like the one I have, except this one's not using my most current version. So we're going to open up a new one. Hopefully not confuse my computer. Let's go here. And this is gonna trip my computer up. Second while I figure out um, bring wait, what is it? Oh great. What is this thing doing? Well, that is not supposed to do that. So this program I use is called V8 Tube Mini. It's a program that I use to animate and respond. So what I can do, if I want a new one, is create basic, set it. I'm going to replace each one of these 4 images with, you can't see, but each one of these is a state, so it will respond. The first one is the eyes open, the mouth is closed. And then the eyes and mouth open. Then the eyes closed and mouth closed. And then the eyes closed, mouth open. So you create each one of these 4 frames, and then it will respond. Now I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to close this one out. I'm just going to change my other one. And just switch it out. So now the model is updated. It's literally just uploading images. It's actually quite simple. And we're gonna it's that simple. Not much else you have to do with it other than just creating that. Just wanted to put that on there since well, I was redoing one, so that might be both. Now let's pull up this. just a cube at first, but then we're going to add things. So the first thing we need to add is what does it look like? We need a reference to it. So I'm going to pull this up. Can't see it because we're going to add this. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to try to get these as close to the 0. We're going to apply that the opacity so you can see through it. Otherwise, you can't see the lines behind it. And of course, I'm going to put it back a little bit, so you can actually see around what we're working with. This is something I do. I like to see from the top view and add just a flat object, and then I'm gonna front view, pull up these numbers, bring it. So it's just Z. Do a little bit of math. Do make it work. So it's not too tall or too short to an actual tracks model. Find that information. I'll randomly. So this gives us the tallest point. So the rest of the model has to be shorter than that. Just mainly reference for starting out. I don't need it afterwards. There we go. Now I can bring this back, and of course, it's too big. What is it? Why did I forget how to do this? Let's see, I'm going to reset this. Let's see. What's this? What is it? Where is that one setting? This is weird. Let's see, where is this? I need to reset the scale. Why do I not know where this option is? And is it? No, I can. What is it? Where is it? Come on. Where is that? I need to figure out where that setting is. Where is this? No, where is it? Where? Okay, this is kind of odd. Strange. Trying to figure out where the one button is to reset a scale. Where is it? 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 Maybe it's in here. That was silly. That's not what I wanted. I'm gonna bring it down, but here. Now we're gonna do this. Let's make sure this isn't too loud. Okay, good. So, we're gonna take these. No, wrong window. Take this off because we don't want to work on both sides. We don't want to double our work like the amount of work we're gonna do. We're gonna add this. This will, just make it so both sides. We can work on both sides at the same time. I'm gonna bring it up here. Using the axis keys, I would say, to control where it's going. Rather than making a whole bunch of random movements, it's still controlled. That is a bit wide. Why? This is still a little off in sizing, but it works for what I need it to do. Bring this out. Cut this, or add a point, or a line that just another line to work with. Don't want to add too many because then we'll have a whole bunch of things to edit. We have a a lot more work to do. And I messed up that. That should be 2. Yeah. And this one. Why is this? Where is it? No, not along C. Where's the basic shape of we can use? Just gonna check. Good, my computer. Whoa. I did not need to bring that up. Adjust something over here. Just a little thing. There we go. Just want to go see what else is going on. Let me save it. Just create a save point. Okay. I do have a basic shape, but I don't want to go. I don't want to keep building directly off of this in the same way. If you build off too much, then everything's connected. It makes it harder to edit individual points. So yes, we can bring this. That's a little high. Yeah, that's about as much points as we get. There. Here, and we're gonna bring this out, out, out. Now I'm going to cut this, delete that, so that these two parts aren't connected. That way when I edit other sections, it doesn't affect this. Edges. Yep. So I can edit this independently of the rest of it. I'm going to do the same thing with the other areas. Bring this way. And I'm going to... No, I can't. I'm not going to fix it right now. And I'm going to bring... That's needed. I'm going to mark up here. Just do this. No. Delete the faces. There we go. Why those two pieces are independent. Now, this definitely needs to be. Just get rid of. Unless it turns. There we go. That works. I'm just gonna go weird here for now. Just trying to recenter everything. Just gonna bring things out. I'm going to turn on this. It's going to edit things. They're connected to it. I'm going to bring this out a little bit to match. This same time. There we go. Grab these 4 points. This is going to need to be changed. This whole thing needs to be just now this all of this does need to be brought down just a little bit. Right now we're just creating general shape, not trying to do something, we're just creating general shape. Now, okay, now let's make this. This goes back. Just sort of editing. You can see. Probably bring. Where are the other points of? There we go. So I'm gonna bring this up. I'm trying to line up to what I already have. We can see in the model. Just keep editing parts of it to create basic shape. I'm going to soften that. I'm going to smooth that. Stop giving weird. So, next thing I can at least do is bring this up. No, not that one. That one. So, I'm not going to edit that one yet. Bring this up. Just creating a basic shape. This is going to be. The head takes the longest from my experience. Because it takes a while to get the shape you really want. So, starting to look how I want it to. You keep just editing little sections of it until I can get just closer and closer to really what I want it to look like in the 3D view. Out. Just pulling. Yes, some things are going to overlap for now until I get to the next section. There it is. Just do that. Okay. I think I could probably at least use this another point and then Definitely widen out. Yeah, probably. No, I don't want it to add proportional editing. That. So I want to bring that out, give myself a little bit more to work with. And that's way too far back. Is it? Oh, I can bring this over. Just little pieces. Just to see it starts lining up. And I jump around a decent amount. Mainly because I'm working on all these different little sections. I want to bring this kind of flat. This is where I get a little bit more specific because I want it to do when it comes out to be very flat. If it's not really flat, then it really can be working with angles the whole time. And sometimes when you try and get a perfect square, the angle does not work. So it creates at least a better this. Now, this is obviously way too small. So bring this out. Okay, I want to create a center point. It's not gonna. It's gonna have an arch, so it needs at least 2 points to create that arch. So that doesn't really work if you only have 1 point. It'll just create a triangle. Or we're gonna grab all 3 of these points. So 3 of these points is to create. I mean, it's a bit large. We're gonna fix it. It also tells me something about this whole thing needs to come out a little. And I may probably am. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Square everything. That way I know I can ensure that everything's kind of being forced to line up for now. I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna take out the center line because I don't know where my center is yet. Let's see, let's take this and let's just smooth out at least these points. And I don't have a center line anymore. Oh, not there. It's always funny when you make a mistake like that. You're just like, oh, I did need that right after you take it out. I'm gonna need this point. I need this, and I don't need those 2 points. I don't want to actually get those 2 points. I'm just creating a shape. So I know it's not gonna look like this in the end. This is gonna have much more of an arc, at least. It's a lot more flat. They don't want crossing this bottom line. If you cross the bottom line, then you're crossing below the furthest point the model can have. Yep, we're gonna bring it out here. So I want these. I want these at least all when I'm making the next shape for the toes, I don't get a angle into the ground. I believe there's a simpler way to do it, but this works. Now, like this to still like that to remain square. Yep. Yeah, just creates a rough shape. This is probably we're gonna pull this back. Nope, not that. That button. I'm gonna pull. Make them bigger. Gonna make it. So, let's see. I'm gonna bring this out even more. I still don't like how it's so blocky that it's messing with me. I'm definitely gonna change size, but sometimes you have to be a little bit go a little oversized because the smoothing tool will always make the object smaller at an open point. So I can just keep smoothing this. Come on. Then come on. Okay, maybe just I want the beans to be big enough, but maybe not proportional to that. Should not have gone that far out. What did I just? Oh, there we go. And I might go a little bit higher. Let's bring this up. Bring this in. And that's too much. No, not that. Yeah. Bring a difference there. Set. Oftentimes switching between a lot of tools constantly. So you're doing a lot of different things. See how it creates this sharp angle because there's not another point. Another point, each point creates their peak like a, what's the word? Basically a high or low point in comparison to all the other angles. So by bringing this out and smoothing these 6 vertices, it looks smoother. But I also want to bring it out so it lines up. It's weird just having a square for 3D model head at first. Let's see. I am moving pretty fast because the faster I can get to the point where I'm actually starting to actually look like the character, the faster I can really actually start really fine detailing things. This is what I'm talking about. And smoothing makes everything smaller. Smooth it by reducing the distance between the points sometimes. It's reducing the angles, and so a open angle was technically 100%. Oh, look at that. What's that? Why do I forget my own settings and my own hotkeys for OBS? I just want to be able to mute myself when I drink water. That's better. Oh, I have rolled over my phone cord. That is not good if I want to keep my phone cord lasting as long as I can. Okay. Yeah, let me fix something. Fix something. Oh, what was that? That was weird. Never mind. Probably related to that weird thing keeps happening. Again, if anybody has questions, they can always ask. I'm doing this live for a reason. Oh, I should. Oh, that might not be active. Oh, I need to fix that command. I think this is I think it's out of date. Let me fix this. When things break, it's always fun. randomly. It's not cap specific, is it? Oh, wrong command. That doesn't do anything. There. Probably should put that up. Why didn't I do that? I want to see more stuff I do. You can join my Discord. Of course, there's rules and you have to follow them. But I post other art I do, and you can, well, you'll get notified when I go live and things are, happening. Upcoming little things. Let's see. Let's go back to this. We made. Oh, right. In future now, the eyes. Yeah. We're so on mute. For future note, the eyes and yeah, the eyes are different. Like over here we have these objects. The eyes are considered different objects. That way they can move independently and you can apply a different texture to it. Believe me, I made the mistake of trying to do it all in one. If you do it all in one, it's much harder to make it move. Do I have anything else I need to do with my pro? Nope. Okay, there we go. Let's add some shape here. So similar to everything else I did, the more little individual points. So this will be our. Wait, no, did that wrong. And unlike a normal undo, it's Control Shift V instead of Control Shift Z instead of Control Y for redo. Because Control Z undoes, Control Shift Z redoes. So let's get rid of that one. Because this is gonna probably be removed when I redo the hand, but I want to do that. Because I may add more lines, and I don't want to add too many lines, because these were connected and I added a bunch of lines here to add depth. It's going to carry over to everything else and make a mess. That does not work, especially when you're trying to keep your numbers down here lower. The more numbers, the more processing power it needs to actually do what you want it to do. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, I'll fix this. Bring this up a little bit. Create a little bit of let's see, do we want it? Wow, I'm a little cold right now. Yes, that does look right. It's a square practically though still, so okay, I need to grab something. There we go. It's hard to 3D model when you're a little cold. You're try to do accurate movements and you're, for no reason, just a little chilly, and your whole body's just moving just slightly, and you're just like, ah, yeah, I need to do these movements right, not have everything get shaky. Luckily, it's just because it's getting a, no. Yeah. Bring this. Yeah, I'm not gonna hide those yet. I'm not gonna hide the other sections yet. So it still creates kind of a square. I don't really want that. Okay, okay, I'm gonna like this. Let's get rid of the square. I'm gonna do this one because if I just wanted a square, then this would be easy. But we're trying to make curves and arcs, and that makes things a lot harder. Let's see. I can bring this and then just bring it out. Yeah. So now what I'm doing is really each edit just makes it more and more. Gets more and more messy at times. You're just like, why do I have 1,200 vertices? Maybe a single part where my computer can't handle it, because, well, 3D modeling on a laptop is not always the best idea. And I don't even know how I really do it. Let's do just this. Just test. Okay. I know in no way that's actually accurate. It's just giving me the rough. Oh, that's where I might. Give me a rough view of what I'm working with, so I know it's just way too long or they're tiny. That is a really sensitive microphone. Let's see. Let's do. I still want more depth. Just right in the backside. I don't know if I'm not as educationally accurate, but sometimes I know if I just had someone, earlier on to watch, if I had known this was a thing for a while, I would have done this a lot sooner. I have made one other 3D model. It was one I learned yesterday. I made a major mistake on. So I messed up on the proportions because of the 2D art, which can really mess you up. Because stop notifying me of things, programs. That's really delayed. Why is that doing that? Don't you love it when things are just doing things practically? Just doing random things you have no clue why they're doing them. Yeah. I learned yesterday. Don't always directly copy. For me, I first time I did it, I had another reference of like more the human form, just so you know, just so I knew where things went in relation. Because if this is meant to be actually tracked, then you get a different outcome, because if you're just using it for a basic model, which is only tracked to the upper half, potentially the hands and the face, the lower half and the actual relationship don't really matter. But if you're tracking it to an actual the human form, then proportions really matter, because otherwise you're gonna get some weird movement when it moves according to a like VR like tracker. Okay. Why can I never get this microphone in the right place? And I'm not gonna connect these just yet, because I still know I need to work on the hand and getting the flow from here to the hand is a little difficult. The hands take a while. And I'm going to get rid of these. Note, dissolving vertices like this give you this, and basically an impossible shape that just it can't exist. It's not good for the Blender. You want to do it within the line select, because if you do it within the vertices select, it's also dissolving all of these lines. Actually, yeah, these lines. You don't want to dissolve all these lines. These lines are telling where the edges are. You're just dissolving these lines. You're just getting rid of a midpoint. And when you're selecting vertices, like the dots, like if I delete this, dissolve this, it's dissolving all the connections, because it's the vertices, these 2 points create the line. So if you delete the point, there's no line. I'm going to do this, because I just want to bring this back in, because that's going to be a whole other little section. I'm also trying to avoid putting too many lines in, because sometimes the issue I ran into originally when I had them all connected was this. When I was working on the head, you get these, like I did this with the head. This line would run down the back, and when you're adding 30 lines to create like the nose, because the head has a lot of shaping to it. You're doing that. These lines tend to bunch up and then start crossing over, and you get all sorts of errors and stuff. And you can, but then when you merge them, you can get flipped faces, which are very bad for the texturing, because then you have to look inside the model to color the outside of the model. Let's see. Actually, look on this a little bit. I'm going to cut these points away. I just want to smooth the outside. That did not at all have the outcome I wanted. And also, the nice thing with keeping these disconnected, I might have to smooth this one out with it. The nice thing with keeping these disconnected is that when I'm doing, I can literally just move this around, versus if I moved it with connected everything else with this proportional editing, you get a little messy. I don't think I want it to do that. Let's just get rid of that. And I realized I could have done that a little bit here. Right. No, that does not work. What is it not doing that I want it to do? Okay, let's go back. That way I don't get... Because one error can compound into a lot of errors. And the more errors, the harder it is to undo it. So I'm kind of shape. this. Smoothing. Yeah. Alright, that's what I need to do. It's not going to be perfectly smooth, nor should it be. The head is not a perfect circle. It's a struggle. Getting the head right is, I would say, one of the hardest things because one, or at least for me, seeing it just not working really get to me. It's just not going to look right for a while. Or if you do get it right, you don't want to change it, but you have to. And I'm letting myself, add some more points here because I'm going to need those more points. So every one of those points you can pull and change. So, this will come out. So let's see how it just doesn't look exactly right yet. It won't. Select this whole section. Yeah, the head is the. I think last time I just literally pulled it to each point on the two-dimensional. I don't know. I just want to skip that one. No. If this point gets that point gets too close to this point, like this, they won't cross. But then you can't pull it back, so you don't want to do that. You want to avoid getting them too close. A lot of this is shaping, just trying. The nice thing is also since it's disconnected, if it really didn't work, I can take it all out and start all over again with just that piece versus having to do the entire model over again because they're all connected. This doesn't look right. This. Check this. This in. This could use an extra line to bring it in. This is going to definitely come out. Try that. Nope, not rotating. Sliding these, just trying to center it. Mouth also takes a while, depending on what you're doing. My old one, I did each tooth by hand. Try and create depth. This is probably the most monotonous, and for me, it's a little disheartening seeing it as just like, oh, that doesn't look right. Ah, this doesn't look right. I'm just having to bear through the annoyance of everything just not looking right. And I did not make it easier for myself not adding the side view. I'm going to do this. I'm going to duplicate and pull. So at least if I can get some pieces that make it look a little bit more the way I want it to. Now this is not going to be directly connected. In fact, I might No, I'm not gonna do it yet. Not yet. But ears are fun to play with though. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. I try to avoid one thing. A note. Don't make triangles. I did that the first time. Triangles are not good. Much harder to control in the end. So this I'm going to just do it. No, not those ones. This one. It's supposed to actually get a little interesting. With this, even with the ear at least, you're giving it some shape. This you do want to watch out for because you could. I want one more down there. So don't be afraid to just remove something completely. And like you can just take off something. Like just taking off the ear and working on it separately. You just gotta make sure that if, depending on what it is, it gets back. It's attached. Some things you don't want to put back because when you're rigging them, you want them to move completely separate. Make this a little hollow. Of course, these are probably way too big. So I'm going to. The smoothing tool can come in handy without the. Now I know I'm going to lose the detail here because that's a square. So it's going to pull that in. And the ears. I don't like how that's formed there. And I realized one of my mistakes. Which way do I want to turn it? I want it to come out more here. Just give it a little bit more depth to the back here. So if I do this the wrong way, it will create a fold. I don't want to necessarily. Used to have. No, what is it? These 2 points. This point is going to come a little bit. No, that's wrong. No, that's right. 3. See, I'm gonna hide that so they don't have to worry about accidentally editing it. I'm not deleting those, I'm just making them not visible so I don't accidentally edit them so I can just work on this. Do I want to make sure I didn't forget anything? Yeah, there we go. So there's going to be a point here for this kind of an ear. There's going to be a point on the coming back, the point here, and then it's going to come back. So it's going to have at least this. So if you just put only a few, you'll create kind of a. I don't want this on this. Let's create a little bit of depth. So the ear goes back just a little bit into it so that that's the right point? Yeah. Okay. Bring this up. squares can bend more, so it just don't want it to bend so much that they're just twisted. That's what some of these are forming. Let's see. And bring this up. Take this off. Now I am going to smooth that out. Smooth that one out. Smoothing out the angles. It's gonna look so sharp. Because places where you can smooth, there's a way to basically make everything look smooth. You will run into other issues. I just mic in my face. Smooth this just a little bit. You don't want too much, or else you lose that. Lose the depth you just created. Smooth this one. Sometimes just look the other side to see what it looks like. Now, on the comparison to the 2D, it's a little bit high, but, well, we already know it's higher than the rest. Check. Let's see. I'm going to smooth this side down. Want this to look as natural as possible for a wolf. Oh, as natural as possible for a wolf that's anthropomorphic. In. Smooth this out. Down. Okay, that looks. That does not work there. I forgot that those points were connected still. Bring this down. I'm gonna bring it out. Keep that arc. Now I can edit more of the overall. What do I? Very part. It goes up more. Oh, I definitely want to bring this. Oh, I want to. Oh, that's why. No, don't want to separate it. I want to bring. Definitely want to bring these points in for this, because in the arc there's an entire section there. So bring this in. Bring this in. That needs to definitely be these 2 points. These points. Bring from these 3 points. There we go. Why is that so wide? Bring it in. And good to know, more lines like this means more depth, more detail. But computer will not like it the more and more lines there are, and nor will the any sort of VR program or the face tracking program. You can go heavier on a program that you have complete control of what's going on, like a face tracking, and more detail in certain places actually matters, but not with. But you don't want to go too much, because otherwise, well, you put all the work into something like this, and then you wait, that goes out, and then you just can't use it. That's a little sad. That's why my first model I was a little bit more but held back. I didn't know what the computer could handle. Okay, that looks good. Bring this in. No, I wanted to grab both of these. There we go. Now, it's still a little rough. Oh, I didn't mean to select all those. I just want these to smooth out. Smooth these 2 points out. I should. No, I'm not gonna do that. Bring this point. Try to line this up. Nice little trick. Just do that. It's just it doesn't change the model directly, but I can use it to see how it will look, and I can change how these are folding in different. It's another step that does not occur yet. Now I can bring some more out the ear. Let's try to bring this. Let's show. Is it leaning? It's just a trickle light. I want this to keep leaning out more. Lean. But now I need to bring